Hi, this is Tim with Guard Digital Marketing. So I got this video coming to you guys as promised. So I wanted to thank you real quick about taking time every day to talk to one of my team members about getting this video over to you. So let's go ahead and get started before I take up too much of your time today. You can see I had the homepage of the website pulled up. I like to start out on a Google search page here, and I've typed in a keyword roofing Chicago, Illinois. So somebody's searching for a roofing company to do some services for them within the Chicago area. So there's a bunch of different variations of this keyword. I'm sticking to this one for the sake of the video, but we want to be able to rank on the first page of Google for as many of these keywords as possible, as generally around 75 to 80% of people are going to stick on this first page when choosing a company. Now, to get on this first page, there's a few different ways that you can do it. So first is doing it through ads. These Google guarantees are definitely going to be your best option when it comes to ads, as they have the highest conversion rate. But typically around 80% of people are going to instantly disregard these anyway when they come in here to look for a company, mainly due to credibility reasons. So if you want the highest long-term ROI, you're definitely going to want to be able to rank organically. Now, you can rank organically with a Google business profile or with an actual website. Now, for the Google business profile, here, of course, you'd only be able to truly rank within the actual area within Chicago that you're in. And I believe your guys' office is located in Oak Park, so you'd only be able to rank your Google business profile within there. It's still, obviously, you'd want to be able to rank it within there. And I did pull up roofing Oak Park, Illinois. And so this first one's an ad. The first three, of course, are going to be the first one shown on the page. And you guys are 5th position. So you got a little work to do to be able to get within those top 3. And one thing we can actually take a look at real quick. So you guys have a great amount of photos, which is always nice. Just make sure you keep posting more and more every week, especially the work that you guys do. Okay, you guys have filled out your little bio section. This should be up to 750 characters. I would try to fill it out as much as possible. There are these frequently asked questions that you can fill out as well. And then you can, of course, link your other social medias, whether that's a Facebook, Instagram, so on and so forth. Now, your guys' Google reviews as well. So you want to get as many of these as possible. So every time you guys are working with a customer, always ask for them to get you a great review onto your Google business profile. And it looks like you guys only ever responded to your oldest review. So you want to be able to respond to all the reviews that you can, as this kind of shows Google that I take pride in my work and responding to all my customers and everything of that nature. And really the main thing about a Google business profile is just keeping it lively. Make sure it never goes a week without, actually not having anything updated to it. And one thing you can always do is come in here and look at your, what are the top 3 doing? So it looks like you're completely destroying the first position here when it comes to pictures. They actually don't have a little description about themselves either. Let's see what CRS is doing. Again, beating them in pictures. They filled out their bio a little bit more. Another thing that can always help too is what we call citations, and these are your name, address, and phone number exactly as we see it on the Google business profile. And these are located across different sections of the web, mostly in directories. And since Google is almost like a little bit of a popularity contest, it's never going to hurt having your information more times across the web than another company. Okay, so that's what I would be looking at too. Definitely getting your reviews up, filling out your bio a little bit more, and then building out some of these citations will really help boost you into that top 3. Now, another thing is always going to be being able to rank your website. And your website, you'd be able to rank for any of those other areas outside of where your Google business profile cannot rank. So in Chicago or Naperville or any of these other, sections within Elk Grove Village, Arlington Heights, so on and so forth. Now, when it comes to ranking within Chicago, it looks like Matthews Roofing is going to be the top competitor. And this is definitely going to be an area you want to be able to rank your website, as this is going to probably have the most search volume within the entire Chicago area. So if we take a look at your website real quick, first thing right off the bat, there's nothing wrong with it aesthetically wise. Even this video is loading super quick. It runs smooth. It actually has high quality too, which is super nice. The other thing we always want to take a look at is the actual amount of content that's on your homepage. Google typically wants to see 1,500 to 2,000 words of content on a homepage alone. But again, that's going to vary depending upon location, the amount of keywords in the area, and truly you want to look at what your top competitor is doing when it comes to content, as Google is already liking what they see when it comes to that. So you probably want to stay as similarly to the amount of content as they have as possible. So, decent section of content here, and you did have a larger section of content down below. So you're probably within the 350 words of content, maybe 400 at the most, is what we're going to be looking at. Now, if we come over to Matthews Roofing, we can see a little bit how their website's laid out to, at least their homepage, and we can see, okay, 2, 3 sections of content, a couple things to click on, 4, 5. So similar amount of content overall. You guys might actually have a little bit more, and that's never going to be a huge thing. Also, these what we call or consider to be call to action buttons, like contact us today, things of that nature. Your little button up here, discover more, maybe one. Let's see what your discover more does about us. Okay. So you might want to have some more call to actions, for people to instantly, there you go, contact us. So those are what we call or considered to be call to actions, and those will help conversion rates on your website too once somebody comes in. Now, next thing I always do is use this paid program called Ahrefs. So it gives me this dashboard and numbers that we can see here. It's great for these quick website comparisons. Now, these first two numbers here are actually ratings for strength and trust within Google that Google has for your website, and they're rated out of 100, but there's a benchmark that really once you hit 30 and above, we know you have a pretty powerful website at that point, okay? But still, even at that benchmark, we know we're fairly low when it comes to strength and trust within Google. So you definitely need to build that up, and you build that up through these backlinks that come from these referring domains, okay? And a backlink is any clickable text linking one website to another, and that happens through a referring domain. A referring domain holds that for you. So when you do this, you don't want to build them out too quick, as that can throw a red flag on Google and not seem organic to Google. But also you want to build out high quality backlinks through authoritative referring domains. And by authoritative, I mean they already have great strength and trust within Google, if that makes sense. Now, you're actually indexing for 0 keywords, as it's looking like right now, bringing in 0 traffic. So also, I don't know if you guys have just no keywords within the website, which I think you would have some somewhere. Or if this is actually a newer website, sometimes it can take a little bit to basically be ran through Google's AI and for them to decipher everything too. So you'd have to let me know if this is a little bit of a newer website. If it's not, you most likely don't have general contractor in Chicago. That should be a keyword. So you may just not be indexing for anything quite yet. So just for the sake of the video, let's go ahead and take a look at Matthews. So you can see their strength and trust ratings right off the bat here, quite a bit higher, and that DR is even reaching that benchmark. They've built out quite a few more backlinks. They're also indexing for a lot more keywords, as we can see here. So they're running a blog through their website, and that's actually going to create, relevant content to their website however often they post those blogs. So that can always help rank you within Google too, just having the most relevant content as possible. Also bringing them 1.4 thousand traffic. And if we actually look at these keywords, you can see exactly where most of their traffic is coming from. And you can see a lot of these, what we consider to be buyer intent keywords, somebody looking for a roofing company in Chicago. And these are all super great to have. Even this top one alone, if we decipher it a little bit, so that gets 350 searches per month. They're capturing 131 of that 350 into their website because they're ranked position 1. And typically on a buyer intent keyword like this, you can convert about 30% of those into reaching out to you, being an organic warm lead at that point. And we all know how well those convert. So this is the type of keywords that you want to be able to rank for. And you can do this for any area, not just Chicago. And you can actually create pages within your website, which I believe you guys have when I look down through here. So you guys have created pages for each of these areas within the Chicagoland area. And you can have each of these rank for each of these different areas that they're showing within. So that's what you would want to be able to accomplish. Obviously, you need to let me know how new this website is. That should probably be indexing for keywords by now, if it's an older website. So other than that, if you have any other further questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to me, whether that's an email, phone call, or a text. Also, I'd love to have the opportunity to be the company that can help you guys grow, as that's the business that I'm in. So again, reach out to me if you guys have any interest in that. Any feedback on the video too helps me out in the future. So have a great rest of your day, and I hope to hear from you guys soon.